Decided to be too close to my face.
What's up, everyone? How's it going? Welcome to another episode of What's in the Box. I'm one of your hosts, Toy Father. With me, as always, is No Chewing. What's up, buddy?
Hey everyone, what's up, man?
So we were just doing our pregame on IG, and I hope some of you have joined us. Unboxing art. What's up, buddy? So we are going to talk about some Spider-Man stuff. We're going to open some Spider-Man stuff. All anticipation for this movie. Are you? I cannot believe it's coming out on Friday.
Or tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Thursday. Jeez, tomorrow's Thursday.
Yeah. 3 o'clock. People are just gonna start. You're gonna see me drop from Instagram, except for like that short window to like post a pic and jump right back out.
I'm not jumping on. I do not want to. That's how I got Mandalorian season finale of the second season spoiled for me. It's not gonna be for me. So yeah, my ticket is for 10 p.m. on Friday.
All right.
You.
I think I'm gonna go next Wednesday. If all things work out, I'm gonna go Wednesday during the day.
So I'm not gonna see you at all until
we could talk about it, or next Wednesday I'll be like, don't say a word about it. Things did not go my way.
So you're gonna see it Wednesday before our show or after our show?
Before our show. Okay. I would probably there's an early showing I'm looking at.
Okay. Unboxing art is going to see it the day after Christmas. It's the earliest he could get.
Did I see Unboxing Art doing the? Is he the one that did the artwork for the Secret Santa?
Actually, that's a good question. Unboxing Art, did you do the artwork for our Secret Santa? I think he might have.
If he did, fantastic.
All right, fine, Yimbo. We won't do any spoilers. How about we do a spoiler cast with you, Yimbo?
Ooh.
It's out. All right. So trying to go with Captain Dan. All right. So here's what we did. In anticipation for this, we did watch Spider-Man 2. You watched it. I watched it. We're going to talk about it a little bit right now because you know why? Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2 is going to be in No Way Home. That's not a secret. That's not a spoiler. It's advertised everywhere. So, let's talk about it. What do you think? So, Spider-Man 2, Tobey Maguire, Kirsten Dunst, James Franco, Alfred Molina. Quite frankly, it could be arguably the best Spider-Man movie out there. It was for at least a long time. And directed by Sam Raimi, who's directing Doctor Strange 2. And we both saw the extended cut, which I had never seen before.
Oh, did you see the extended cut too?
Yes.
So you somehow got 2.1. I like my brother had it, and so I started watching it, thinking like, oh, maybe it's like one of the like 3 minutes extra scenes.
No, but there were scenes I'm like, whoa, I don't remember this.
Like long bits of dialogue I've never seen before. It was awesome.
Like one stands out is like Mary Jane talking to her friend about marrying John Jameson.
JJ's son.
Yeah, JJ's son. And J. Jonah putting on the Spider-Man costume.
I think that was in the original or the theatrical. I think it was. Because why would you waste that? It's beautiful.
There's no way. It seems so nice. All right, if everyone remembers, was there a scene in Spider-Man 2 where J. Jonah puts on the Spider-Man costume after he finds it in the trash can? And I think unboxing art, yes, the snowman one. That's what we're talking about.
It's fantastic.
88 Figs. What's up, buddy? And Doc Ock is your favorite. Daredevil extended cut is excellent. Really? Maybe we should try that.
It is very good. I have it on DVD.
Like really good?
Oh, not like amazing, but it's a vast improvement. This is an entire storyline where Matt Murdock actually is a lawyer. Like it's a through line through most of the movie.
Okay. Anyway, Well, that's for another day. So Spider-Man 2, what did you think?
I thought it was fantastic. I actually, it has probably been like 10 years since I've seen it last. And even before then, it was probably on TBS that I caught it. And so it was bits and pieces, but I thought it was fantastic. I thought it held up well when Spider-Man was not swinging during the daytime.
Yeah,
CG kind of fell apart a little bit, but for the most part, it holds up.
yeah, I would say the CG definitely was dated, but yes,
But
as like
sometimes it works, you
yeah,
know?
it was definitely a comic book movie
Hmm.
in that time period
Yep.
brought into the movies because it was so cinematic that there were parts where I'm like, well, this is like a little bit too much, but it was great.
It's like 90s auteur type filmmaking where
Yes,
it was like
yeah,
Doc Ock's like
totally nice.
zooming from Spider-Man into the Doc Ock's glasses and then back out.
Total. That was totally. That was totally it. Yeah, that was totally it. Like I love the music, like you said, like the cinematic pieces of the music and how it was such a big part of like the showing the emotions and whatnot. The biggest thing that they always talked about was Doc Ock arms and how they used a combination of CGI, but also a lot of animatronic, like puppeteering.
Yep.
And I thought it was so good. One like thing I loved, I was like, I just geek out of it, is when his tentacles take off his glasses, or
Yep.
his tentacles like pull off his blindfold, and I'm like, oh man, that looks so cool.
Did you get vibes of Tony Stark's dummy droids? Like that his little helper bot
With what?
with the tentacle arm where it was just kind of like trying to be lifelike and seemed a
Um,
little childlike.
yeah, I guess so.
That's what it reminded me of that.
Justin Osgood, what's up, buddy? Oh, yes, unboxing art. You're the man. Awesome. That was some awesome art that you did for us. Cox Street, we already opened it. No chewing got his why don't you show it? I'll show you mine.
It's Bandai's White Ranger SH figure art.
You're gonna love it. I think you're gonna love it. And
Yeah,
then
it's pretty cool.
Yimbo
Yo,
got me
Jimbo.
these some accessories for the holiday season. Looks awesome. Can't wait.
Yeah, you gotta use that wreath in the picture.
Yeah, definitely. Um, so and again, what's up, Tuscan Traders? Good to see you, buddy. So back to Spider-Man 2. One thing, did you notice that they were trying to name Doc Ock and then they said Doctor Strange?
Yeah, they did.
That was Sam
I
Raimi's
noticed it.
part. Yeah. And it was just some weird foreshadowing. Because
Mhm.
you know what was weird? He was like, "Oh, already taken." Jay Jonah was like, "Oh, already taken," and you're like,
Yeah,
"Oh, the Strange is in this universe. Weird."
yeah. I wonder if that, you know, they don't have to, but I wonder if they will just call that out in the Doctor Strange
I bet they do.
multiverse.
I bet they do something.
Yeah, maybe it turns out to be I was Bruce Campbell, and he
Oh,
was just an actor that played Doctor Strange on like a show in that universe, and that's how you
yeah.
incorporate that cameo.
So yeah, those cameos and even like the small parts, like Elizabeth Banks was Betty Brant.
Yeah,
Um, there was a receptionist at the beginning when he was getting the pizzas. Um, that girl is like the main character in Bones. I don't remember if you remember. I never watched the show, but I just recognize the face. Um, even Robbie Robertson, he was in a movie I just saw, the Spike Lee movie, Do the Right Thing.
hmm.
Um, but yeah, it was man. I thought Alfred Molina stole the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything about it was well made. I actually forgot all the quiet moments of just like characters talking to each other and the drama that was building up because you really don't see Spider-Man for like maybe 50 minutes in the middle,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
but it carries, it goes well.
yeah. You're right. Like, yeah, yeah, and he doesn't. Yeah, it did really carry well the plot points in terms of like him losing his powers because he didn't want to be Spider-Man because he wanted to be Peter Parker, all that, given that choice. One thing that really annoys me, and I don't know if it annoyed you, when Tobey Maguire is running, it just looks like he's never been an athlete.
It's the Tom Cruise run, though. It's you're putting all your weight forwards as if you're about to fall down.
Yeah, but just his face, you're like, ugh, like that's an ugly tri-face. Like,
Yeah. There was a lot of close-ups where Toby was asked to do things and they chose to zoom in. That they probably didn't need they probably wouldn't do today.
it
It just
was
feels funny.
certainly unflattering.
Yeah. I thought there was one thing that I know it's just me nitpicking and being stupid about it, but it's it's every time that they were fighting, like Spider-Man and Doc Ock, and Spider-Man would have a reason to punch him really hard in the face.
And he
Doc
doesn't even knock
Ock
him out.
doesn't have super
No,
muscles or anything.
no. I was like, how's he not knocked out? Like, at least have the tentacle like block it every time or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Or when he falls on the train, like, yeah, Doc Ock should be like in a coma for like half that fight. Like, he shouldn't really survive.
I mean, the only I can think of is that fusion to the tentacles takes over his brain and the endorphins and whatnot. That's the only thing.
I'm just gonna sum it up in nanotechnology.
Yeah, or
Courses through them.
just comic books.
Yeah, yeah. I thought it was great. Really interesting couple scenes though with you know, clearly James Franco won't be asked to join the MCU anytime soon, but
He was
overall his character,
he was clearly one of the better actors though. Actors.
yeah, yeah. Some of the funny things, yeah, it's just like the scene where he tells Doc Ock, it's like, don't hurt Peter. And immediately Doc Ock, there was a car at him. I don't even know what Doc Ock was thinking. It's just a science student, and you threw a full-size car at him.
Yeah. Yeah, because he didn't know he was Spider-Man.
No, he's supposed to get in touch with him so he would contact Spider-Man. But if you kill him, he's doing none of that.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there was definitely some overacting moments in that movie which make me cringe. But honestly, it was great, and I have to say, I don't think Tobey Maguire is a good Peter Parker. He is not a good Spider-Man.
Okay, I could see that. Yeah.
He doesn't quip like Spider-Man does in my head.
Well, his personality doesn't change when he puts on
No,
a mask. Typically, that's what happens.
that's why Tom Holland is a really good Spider-Man.
Yeah. And the
Andrew
flip can be
Garfield
said about Andrew Garfield too,
he was a good Spider-Man. He was a good Spider-Man.
but he wasn't a good Peter Parker.
No, yeah, you're right. What were you the one that's talking to me? It was like
Yeah,
good
there's
looking.
an honest trailer
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man, and it's like this down on his luck, tall, handsome, athletic nerd that everyone hates.
So true.
That would never be the case.
Yeah, so true. Well, why don't we get to opening some Spider-Man related figures?
Yeah.
I have two.
I have two as well.
Oh, nice. Well, why don't we both reveal?
Well, where would just to close off the Spider-Man 2, where would you rank it?
Oh gosh, out of all the Spider-Man movies?
Yeah.
Well, what is your? Oh god, I didn't even think about this.
Oh, I guess we're gonna go on a tangent. Maybe we won't.
No, it's all right.
Well, for me, I would put, if we're gonna count all the Spider-Man movies, it would probably be Into the Spider-Verse would be number one for me.
Oh, definitely, that's number one.
And then I would probably go Homecoming, because I just like how grounded, like how small and grounded that movie was for the most part. Like there's hardly any stakes.
I would put that as number two too. And then would you put Spider-Man 2, 3?
I might put Spider-Man 2 in here as my 3. Yeah.
I think I'd do that. Then it might be Far From Home.
Spider-Man
then
1.
then 1, then Amazing Spider-Man,
Yep.
then Amazing Spider-Man 2, and then
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3.
I think Amazing Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3 can tie for
They're
last.
tied. They're tied for last. Yeah.
And visually both, like, if I didn't rewatch Spider-Man 3, but it's probably fine. It's just both movies suffer from being overstuffed.
I guess overstuff would be a good. I just thought it was bad writing.
Well, because it was overstuffed.
Yeah,
If they took out, if they
because I
like,
mean, if we're gonna talk about being overstuffed, this next movie, No Way Home, is going to be overstuffed.
yeah, it will be, but
they don't have to do the origin stories for them.
no origin stories. No,
that's the one thing they got in their back pocket.
Mm-hmm. I think they'll learn a lot from Into the Spider. They've learned a lot from Into the Spider-Verse to just roll with it. That the audience is smart enough to follow along and catch up as they need to.
True. All right. Well, what's your first fig?
All right. It is the Ben Reilly Spider-Man.
Whoa. Oh, okay. That's the first figure that came out, not the new one that is coming out.
No, not the new one.
That's
Although I see people have that now. I was amazed at that.
Yeah. Mine is J. Jonah.
Nice. That's a cool figure.
Yeah.
Do you see all the pics of people doing State Farm commercials with that figure?
No.
Or was it Allstate? Who's he a rep for? He does all the commercials for? Is it Allstate?
I don't know. Anyone in the chat know? I don't know. I don't watch commercials anymore.
Yeah, me neither. But
basically, I've seen this body before. This has to be like a million, maybe.
Oh, that's cool figure.
That I love that Ben Reilly figure.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
When we started doing the show, there's a box of figures like this.
Yeah.
That this is what I imagine just unboxing like slowly, just like figures that sat in a box for. I think this is maybe like 6 years old now.
Totally. Yeah, I totally agree. That's what I imagined that I was going to go back, but then I kept on buying more. So, Judson Osgood says it's farmers insurance.
Oh, farmers. But still.
I still don't know what this commercial is.
You can probably find it on YouTube, but some people have taken toy shots of him, and like it's a car accident, and he says like, "Oh, farmers got you." I think it's like "Farmers got you covered." I think it's the tagline.
That's funny. This is cool.
Yeah, this
a different head sculpt, like him yelling. That's cool. I like that. And then a set of hands. Pretty awesome. Like I love it.
Nice.
This figure is gonna be fun.
Yeah. It can also pop the head off and slide on whoever.
Yeah.
So the body's real versatile.
Yeah. Ryan Eastern, Spider Scarlet, love everything Ben Reilly. Yeah, absolutely. I want Scarlet Spider everything.
Yeah.
Sir Cedarwall. Hey, what's up, buddy? He wants Spider-Man. What do you think?
I think it's great.
I love the Carnage head.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Carnage.
The paint's real good too.
I bought 2 of those figures so I could display Ben Reilly and I could display Spider Carnage.
Actually, you know what? I have the modern Carnage, the most recent one that they came out with, and I was never a fan of that particular figure.
Yeah.
But I might swap this head onto it.
Yeah, that's a cool head. Because I don't like that other head.
Yeah, it's a little funny. Or it's a little too freaky to have in the background.
Yeah, I agree. Back to Spider-Man 2. What do you think of Kirsten Dunst?
I felt, it felt uneven. And I've seen her in things where she's great. It just
Yeah,
felt like her energy was either real low or maybe it's just always low. I'm trying to think when she was like she really popped. Maybe at the end she had more to do, and so she seemed more lively. And but all the other times when there's like slow dialogue, it felt very muted.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, I didn't like her performance.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to opening. What do you got?
All right, and this is going to be interesting because I'm going to try to figure out how to open this, and maybe I won't save the box for it. But
Ooh, Mysterio.
retro card Mysterio.
Yeah, I have him open. He's awesome. I'm gonna go with Yamaguchi Iron Spider
Oh,
Black variants.
that is awesome.
So I have the red variant that's open, but this is the black variant.
That is an awesome figure. Now, did he actually wear that? Like,
No, so what happened was in the Miles comic
oh, it's
book,
the uncle.
his uncle steals a prototype or takes this and wears this.
Okay.
Um, Prowler. Yeah. So I'm really excited. I shouldn't have ordered both, but I did. But
Oh, well.
oh boy, let me. Um, I don't know if you've seen Yamaguchi ones, but the articulation on Yamaguchi are amazing. All right, well, here's the fig. Oh my god. So Ryan,
I did it.
oh nice. Whoa, how'd you do that?
I saw on what's it IntelliSelf. It's one of the TR4K people. She did a video where she just like took a box cutter
Yeah.
and just like went down the sides
Oh, okay.
and then just opened it up at an angle. So then you can slide
Oh,
this out and you can slide it back in if you want.
oh,
So it looks pristine.
Venom. You do that Venom.
No, I won't.
Yeah. You can do it first, and then I'll do it.
Yeah.
Ryan says, favorite movie or Kristen Dunst's version Suicide. Only movie I felt she embodied the character she was portraying. Oh, Ryan. Yeah, that's right. I was like, I think this is Ice Ryan instead. Yeah, it is Ice Ryan. Hey, buddy. I'm glad you're safe from all the tornadoes. All right.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a really cool fig. And the articulation is killer. Like, killer articulation. Like,
Yeah, I can see it now just by moving those legs.
yeah.
That's cool.
And what's great about this is the legs hold up the figure, so that you can get plastic Iron Spider-Man pose where the comic book where the legs are holding him up.
Oh, the spider legs.
Yes, the spider
Oh,
leg.
that's cool.
Yes.
They're strong enough to hold him up.
Yes.
That's a good touch. I like that.
Really cool.
I'm really proud of myself that I was able to open this without destroying the box.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. All right, well.
Oh wow.
There's a lot going on here. I'm not gonna put the list together right now, but
Oh, that's cool. I had no idea that like the that the cape and helmet comes off, and you have like this, like translucent head sculpt underneath.
Whoa, I didn't know that you could do that, and I have the figure.
You do?
I didn't know you could do that.
That's so cool. Huh. Oh, that's awesome.
The paint's great. The gold pops on the black.
Yeah.
The red one's great too. The actual Iron Spider one is great.
That's really cool. How much does that type of figure go for?
It's about 100.
Oh, okay. So right there with all those other ones, Mayfax and
pretty much. Oh, hey, Life Gundam, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Good to see you. We're just opening up some toys. Yeah, that Mysterio is great. I do like that Mysterio. Every time I think of Mysterio, I don't even think of the movie. I always go straight to the 90s Spider-Man cartoon.
Yeah.
Like that design, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, here, let's think of some theories before we sign off. And, you guys, we're part of the Hasbro network. We're part of YT. Next up is YTG Pickbar. Check them out. They're awesome. Awesome guys. We're on at 8 o'clock on Wednesdays. They're on at 8:30 on Wednesdays. This is all Eastern Standard Time. We're part of the Hasbro network. We got Toy Talk on Saturdays, 8:30. We got Lazy Boys on Sundays at 8:30. We got Yimbo Buys Everything at 8 o'clock on Sundays. So check us out. All we're doing is just showing our love for toys. We got a great community. We got great people. But before we sign off, what do you think? What's your prediction for No Way Home? Like cameos, plot points, anything.
I think a lot of it's going to be fairly familiar with Into the Spider-Verse, where there's the MacGuffin is that Doctor Strange and Peter Parker make a complete mess of a spell, and they open up the multiverse, letting loose these villains as well as heroes. So a lot of that will feel very much just like Into the Spider-Verse. And I think at the end, I believe the two, I do believe Toby's in it. I do believe Andrew Garfield's in it. I think at the end, all the villains go back to their respective spots. Spider-Man doesn't necessarily have to kill them. And same with the other two Spider-Men, you do figure out, I think they will catch you up on where they've been for like 20 years for Toby, 5 years for Andrew Garfield. But at the end, I think the way he solves the problem is by accepting the original cast of that spell, where he can't have both his everyone forget except for like two people. I think he has to accept that everyone forgets and he goes on, that he can't have his happy ending, because that's very Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. What about you? What do you think?
I really didn't think much. I thought No Way Home just means that he's going to be stuck in the Sonyverse at the end. And I think I've told you, I don't think it's going to happen now, but I did like a couple months ago, where somehow, like, we know, at least in Venom 2, we know that he doesn't do this, but I thought in Venom 2, like, Eddie Brock was going to get separated from his symbiote somehow. And then at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, he was going to go to, he gets caught up and gets stuck in the Sonyverse, and he's in some alley. He just gets out. He's all beat up. And then all of a sudden you see the symbiote crawl out from the alley and attach himself to him. He's like, what's going on? You pan out, and it's classic black suit Spider-Man, and then end movie. That was my theory. I don't think that's going to happen now. I did believe that this was going to happen like 6 months ago.
Yeah. I mean, we could still have some of that. I mean, that alien symbiote could just, when everyone goes back, that he got brought in, Venom got brought in.
I have a feeling there is a Venom cameo or something somewhere along there.
Yeah. I just hope it's at the very end. Like, throw it in the credits.
Yes, exactly.
I don't want.
I don't need to see it in the movie.
movie.
I don't want it in the movie. I don't, because
it's already crowded.
We need a big payoff for them to like meet up, like like not just some like lame like we can't. But I think Toby and Andrew will show up, but it's gonna be quick.
Yeah,
like his Spider-Man's back against the wall, and then all of a sudden like, hey, you need some help, kid, and it's like both of them, and they're bam, 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 bam.
I want to say they're in half the movie.
I don't think so.
I think he actually gets beaten down by all these villains, be on the run, like basically, down on his luck, and then they show up probably close to the end of the second act. But the theory I did mention a couple weeks ago, I think he gets the classic costume by the end of the movie.
Okay, do you think it's like a Stark one, or is it just
No, I think at this point Stark isn't around. I think he loses the mechanical suit. I think by the end of it, if my prediction is correct, he has no resources, because that's also very Spider-Man to have nothing. And I think it's a gift from the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, a version of his classic suit.
Okay, I love that idea.
That's what I want. I know it's probably not going to happen, but I think you have to take away all the resources that the current Spider-Man has. He's an Avenger. He has a nanotech suit. He has a direct line to Happy Hogan, who has all the resources of Stark Industries. So I think for me to do a full reset and would be worthwhile, where he's just Spider-Man. No one knows who he is, and he has to just get by with what he has.
It's great. I love it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Find out in 2 days.
Yeah. I'll probably be spoiled in 2.5 days from now. Somehow I'll know.
So, like, Rotten Tomatoes was saying that this is the second highest rated Marvel movie.
Yep.
And this movie is like second highest grossing, maybe next, or at least pre-sales, next to Endgame.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna have the legs. I think it will be a miracle if it gets to $1 billion.
Oh man, it'll definitely be up there.
Yeah, only because it's still a COVID year. So if they break $1 billion, that's still success.
That'd be crazy. Yeah. Well, everyone, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. Oh, Darth Gutierrez, what's up, buddy? Thanks for joining us as always. You're the man. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, everyone. We really appreciate it. Always happy to have so many people here just commenting, having fun, watching us open figs. Really appreciate it. This is just, I don't know, we just open figs and have fun. And I'm just glad that you guys join us, because, I mean, it's really just two grown men opening up toys. And it's like, who would want to watch that? But you do. And I'm glad you do. All right. No chewing. We'll be back next week, and maybe we'll be spoiling some Spider-Man. I'm not sure, though. We'll have to discuss.
Mostly.
All right. Yeah, we'll see. See you, everyone.
Bye.